Hello everyone and welcome back to Madden 2002. We are just going to chug right along with our historic season that we are having here, if you can really call it that. We are currently 8-2. One of the best records in the NFL has to be. And ignore the screen with the Jags, because as I said at the end of the last video, we will not be watching this one. But we will be getting into some action with another AFC South opponent, because we play two of them in back-to-back weeks. I thought this would be like the better game because of the record here. But as you can see, we currently hold the best record in the NFC, just a game better than the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. So playoffs has to be around the corner, baby. We got to be able to clinch here within the next couple weeks if we can pick up some wins. Obviously, these AFC South games won't really help towards that, other than just padding our overall record here. But as far as the conference scenarios go, we're going to need to maybe win a couple more games against the NFC. Of course, we play the Bears and the Falcons still on our schedule. This is actually the rest of our schedule, as you can see here. So the Bears and Falcons are only, and the Rams are our only NFC games left to play. And we have to play the Titans today, who are another high-power team, man. Power team. And we did beat the Jaguars, so we were coming into this game at 9-2. As we saw in the standings picture as well. So I think I slipped up earlier in the last video and mentioned the 9-2 record, and I thought we already made it that far in the season, but I just got him flipped up and confused. So I also mentioned in the last video that we are bad at home. That's my theory. That's my tinfoil hat theory, that we are bad at home, because I feel like every time we watch these games at home, they never ever go well. So hopefully we can change that today and actually pick up a win at home, because this is an important game to win. Obviously, as the Titans, one of the best teams in the AFC. I'm not sure if they're at the top of the AFC. They might be, but as we know now, heading into this game, we're at the top of the NFC. So we look to hold our crown, I guess, and maybe get ourselves 1 inch closer to clinching a playoff berth. Wouldn't that be nuts? Wouldn't that be crazy, man? In the third year here, because it's playoffs or bust for us, man. We'll probably lose our job if we don't manage to at least get to the postseason. We're in a pretty darn good position to do that, but still work to be done, man. Still work to be done. The schedule doesn't have a lot of high-power games on it, except for this one, so we have to see if we can get through this one. And you will not believe who is quarterback in the Titans. You will not believe it. But anyway, that guy's still there. So that's all that matters. Eddie George. As Eddie George is getting loose on the outside edge here, and Westbrook gets the shoestring tackle before Eddie George can get into the end zone, but still rips off a 54-yard run from scrimmage, man. Just absolutely just tearing up our defense as a run defense, man. We did good against the Giants stopping the run here, but the Titans are just getting off early. As Eddie George is still reminding us that several years into his NFL career, he still has the wheels and the juice. And so he's going to finish what he started by getting into the end zone on 1st and goal. And the Titans are going to strike early thanks to the back of Mr. 27, Eddie freaking George. And look at that. He's already got almost 100 rushing yards in this game. So it's going to be a long, tough game here as the first quarter comes to a close, with Eddie George being the only difference maker in those first handful of minutes. But we have the ball now past midfield. Pressure is on to Chuck Dunn. He avoids it, and he finds Kelly, the tight end, who hauls this one in and is brought down just past the first down marker, and he's going to get a fresh set of downs for the boys as we are now inside the 35-yard line of Tennessee. But Tennessee's defense now forcing a 3rd and long. We were terrible on 3rd down last game, and Chuck Dunn is going to continue that trend as he sails that ball out of bounds. So 4th and 10 coming up now for the Cowboy offense. We're probably just going to stand out Stuckley, the rookie kicker, and try and nail home this long one, and it is up, and it is not good. That one is short, maybe just by a yard or two, but it doesn't matter because our right guard, Collins, got a little bit too much of the jersey. So that holding call is, just going to, just wipe it off. Just from bad to worse, really. So Stuckley gave it his best shot with that leg, man. Maybe next year he'll be able to nail that one, but not this year. So the Titans are going to continue right where we left off. And that's Ryan Leaf, bro, shaking off pressure and getting this football out of there. Can you believe that, dude? This is Ryan freaking Leaf going to shake off a big defensive tackle here. Just throw him on the ground. Just throws him on the ground. I think it was Fisk who he threw on the ground, and still finds an open receiver. This is freaking, what is this game, dude? Anyway, the Titans now working here inside of our 40-yard line. They flip the field, essentially, and Leaf now is going to drop back here, and he's going to find another open receiver across the middle of the field. And now the Titans, look at that. Look at the production here, man. The Titans' offense clearly came to play, and in typical fashion here in Texas Stadium, our offense did not. So continuing moving ahead now with 2.5 minutes left, and there goes Eddie George again, getting to the outside edge. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, but is finally brought down by Jared O'Neal. Just shy of the first down marker and that's going to get him over 100 yards on the day. So going down to the 2-minute warning here, the Titans got to pick up one more yard, and they do just barely get that, man. It's an ugly tackle on Eddie George, but he does pick up the first down for him. And so they will get a fresh set of downs, and the clock will continue to run as the Titans are not only trying to get some points here before the half is over, but they're playing keep away. And Leaf is going to laser this one down the middle of the field, and he finds another open receiver. Jeff Fisher's happy about that one. I would be too, as now the Titans are set up with goal to go here inside the 5-yard line. This offense is just freaking moving, man. We got no answer for him. So on first and goal, it's going to be another handoff to who else, man? Not Eddie George. It's going to be the fullback. He's going to come in here and try to finish the job here, and he does just that. So the Titans, man, really kind of laying it on right now. We got to get something going here before the half is over. Another third down, and Chuck Dunn finds, I believe it's Raghib Ishmael he finds, who mosses a defender and picks up a couple yards after the catch here. So now we are cooking, man, inside the 35-yard line of Tennessee on first and 10 with 45 seconds left to go. And it's Raghib Ishmael again making a one-handed grab from Dunn to get us inside the 20-yard line. So now we are in the red zone and running the hurry up here with 35 seconds ticking away. We're in a good spot. Dunn not going to spike it down. The pressure picked up by Perry. Good block by Perry. And down the middle of the field, he's going to find Tyson, the rookie receiver. I think it's the first time we've called out Tyson's name because he's like the 4th or 5th guy on the depth chart here in terms of wide receiver. And so we managed to find him, though. Dunn takes enough time here to let that play develop. Perry picking up an amazing block off of the edge. You got to love a running back who can really block for you like that. And just great pocket presence and awareness by Dunn to just stand firm in there, step up and make that throw. And shout-outs to Tyson for getting himself mentioned in the series. He's probably got a couple touchdowns on the season, or that might be his only one. That was the case last year, remember? We had a couple of free agent receivers who we saw their only touchdown. It felt like they did more, but they didn't. So we cut the lead in half here. 14-7 is the score heading in to halftime. And nothing would happen in the third quarter as both offenses still reeling a little bit from that little break they had at halftime. So we're going to head into fourth quarter here. Everything's riding on this last 5 minutes. So first and 10, the Titans already working in our territory, and there's Eddie George getting busy again on the outside. Jared O'Neal once again making the tackle. Look at that, hurdling people, shaking off Dat Nguyen, and it takes Jared O'Neal to make that tackle from behind, man. Just Eddie George is just freaking mauling us right now, man. So on the 20-yard line, the Dallas 20-yard line, Leaf drops back, gets rid of this one quickly, breaking tackles, breaking even more tackles. Someone bring him down and just wrap him up. We had him dead to rights well before the sticks here, but he manages to drag like 4 more Cowboy defenders to the 5-yard line before he finally goes down. So goal to go for the Titans again. They're in good position to get into the end zone. So as we're just getting absolutely mauled by the Titans offense right here. It's really just Weiszczek here who's just doing everything. He's just doing absolutely everything. We don't even have to worry about Tennessee's receiving core. We just have to worry about their tight end who's just doing everything. He was a big headache for us in the Bengals series because remember we still had to play them in our division pretty regularly. And so far he is continuing to be a headache for me in this Cowboys series, and we don't even have to play him that much. So third and goal, we do force a third down here, but with the Titans run game, you'd think they'd be able to get that one, but they aren't, as they go to the big boy again to try and get it in, and it's Dat Nguyen getting in the backfield and completing the tackle here, keeping the Titans out of the end zone. You love to see it. So fourth and goal, we're going to force Tennessee to kick it, so not terrible. They still do get points here. And we're going to have less than 2 minutes to try and get 10 points. So we were in a similar position last week against the Giants. Maybe Chuck Dunn can do something a little bit better here. It's already 3rd and 10 done. Lasers one down the left side of the field, and again, not completed. So something about these 2-minute drills, man. Chuck Dunn just cannot do them. I don't understand it. Looking really lifeless. So we were shut out on 4th down last game. Can we complete this 4th down? And we do manage to do it as we find a big boy here. I think it's the fullback. We haven't really seen or called his name much either. We don't really use him much, but he manages to not only pick this one up, it says, get off of me. Throws off a defender, and it takes another one to bring him down by the shoes. But we do manage to get a first down. So time is now of the essence here as we're ticking down underneath a minute. So even if we score, we're going to onside kick territory. And we get down to a minute, and Will Newton's going to blow that time out here because we're trying to conserve as much time as possible. So first and 10. Dunn's going to drop back now. Clean pocket in front of him. Plenty of time to throw. Unloads this one to the left side of the field and finds Joey Galloway, who's going to cut up field after his DB not only can't make a play on the ball, but can't even make the tackle. And so he's going to get probably another 5 or 6 yards off of that catch, which probably should have been tackled immediately, but manages to get inside the 10 or inside the 5. And so now it is goal to go for the Cowboy offense. Time once again ticking away. Going to have to move a lot quicker than this, man. Everyone's got to get set. And Dunn's going to go for the spike here. We're just going to waste it down here and just go for the spike. Try and conserve the time here. As you can see, Eddie George already getting the turkey leg of war because it is Thanksgiving. I didn't mention that, but it is Thanksgiving. So this is our Thanksgiving game. So on 2nd and goal here, Chuck Dunn in shotgun formation, going to try and throw for these last handful of yards. Right across the middle here, I saw what he was cooking there, but Raggy Ishmael wasn't really open. There wasn't really that good of a window to try and fit that one in, so I don't know if I would agree with that throw. But on 3rd and goal now, again facing another 3rd down, man in motion. Got to get at least a handful to get in the end zone. Pressure's on to Chuck Dunn, and he flips someone out to Raggy Ishmael. Somehow, in all that pressure, Raggy Ishmael is able to make that catch, but that's why we love having him on the team, is because he does things like that. So we do manage to get the touchdown here. We run the 2-minute drill, take just about all the 2 minutes to do it. And so here is our last opportunity, an onside kick. Hopefully maybe we can get the football back and get some points on the board. It's a rather good kick. The Titans struggling to get on top of it, but it's that big fullback man who scored earlier who manages to land on top of it, and that's going to be it for this game. The Titans are going to extend to 9-3. We're going to drop to 9-3, yeah, another game at home lost. Another game at home lost. Have we won on Thanksgiving? I think we did. I think the first year I simmed, and it was against the Broncos. I think I simmed it, and I think we did win that game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure we won it. But other than that, the last 2 years we've watched, we have lost on Thanksgiving. So, not great. Not good. At least I think we lost on Thanksgiving last year. We're a little bit better on 3rd down, 2 for 6 instead of 1 for 9. Maybe that's roughly about the same percentage-wise. It's a little bit better, but Titans control the football, as you can tell from time of possession. Chuck Dunn has a much better game. 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. Completion percentage still hovering around 50, not that great, but better than 6 for 27, that's for sure. Perry doesn't really get that active, man. We're still waiting for him to get kind of a little bit busy here. Raggy Ishmael, the playmaker on the receiving core here. Jared O'Neal leading the team in tackles, having to finish all these plays that the rest of our defense can't manage to finish. So coming out of that Titans game, we do manage to get blown out by the Rams. So now we drop to 9-4. Is the second half collapse imminent? We can still finish 9-7 and miss the playoffs. That is possible. And we're heading in to another big AFC South game against the Colts, who are also on a fast track, a collision course with the postseason, man, at 9-4. So this is another huge AFC South game. This game has managed to turn into something good. As our schedule is getting a little bit tighter down the stretch. So we're still looking to get into the postseason and hope to see you all there.